Hello, how are you guys doing? You guys doing good? I'm a little tired today. I did a 14-hour stream yesterday, so we're gonna do a short stream today. I've got that thing where, like, I don't know if you guys get, like, I don't know, maybe it's the ADD, maybe it's just being overtired, but you get, like, a thing stuck in your head. And I was playing Insurgency some. I haven't played it in a bit. And there's this guy who was like, you know how people make fun of like Sigma males and that whole alpha male thingamajig, right? And then the yogurt males is a thing now, but I think that might be a meme. I don't know, man. Anyway, Ligma males, yeah. Ligma balls. There was this guy that was like legitimately about that in Insurgency, and he was like he would not shut the fuck up. I had to make sure that I was actually past the 30-second mark about that. And so like he's just like, rise and grind, man, rise and grind. But like in my head I was hearing, rise and grind, Mr. Freeman, rise and grind. So I had to edit that meme. So, that's why I was late to stream. Sorry about that. I should probably show, people on After Hours the thing I made because, yeah, that's important. I have no idea what that means as far as, like, why the G-Man would say it. Like, what is that? But rise and grind, Mr. Freeman. Rise and grind. It's dumb as hell. Sorry. This is what happens when I'm tired. Anyway, we're gonna do some Homestuck today. Apparently I don't actually get choices in this one, which is good. If the final Homestuck stream happens around Halloween, you should cosplay as Dave. I'm not promising to do anything like that today because my brain doesn't work, and I promised to do a bunch of shit yesterday that I shouldn't. By the way, I got to read 421 more words of My Immortal, so I'll be doing that. Maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow I might have to take off. I need to see my folks. I was supposed to do it today, but then, like, my phone didn't, like, send me a message to let me know. Oh wait, hold up. I need to get rid of that Moobot thing, else it'll be spamming chat for the rest of the time. It was supposed to go away by now. Let's see. Edit. It never ends. Just immediately back into Pooh Ball. Can you imagine? Just be like, boo doo doo doo. Boom, 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 boom. Sorry. My brain's still not perfect. So why I chose to read, I don't know. It's Thursday, my dudes. Wait a minute. You click and click and nothing happens. Okay, I think we already read this, right? You begin to feel slightly deceived. Yes, we did read this. Okay, and what was happening previously on Homestuck? Give me, like, page... right, because her ghost alternate oh god, why am I reading Homestuck? Okay, the ghost alternate version, of herself that is a cat, was being really, like, aggressive, let's go with, towards people, and it was embarrassing the shit out of Rose. Cool, good. So that was pretty fucking weird, huh? Yeah. That was your sister? Sorta. But I guess she fused with her dead cat or something? Dead cat? The bottom line is we turned our back for 2 seconds and shenanigans happened. Pretty much business as usual. At least that's how it rolls for us. I don't know about you guys here. No, yeah, that's pretty much true here too. Yeah? I turned my back once, never again. What happened? A muscular troll took my sprite and then acquiesced into merging with my jackass pair of sunglasses. Oh, right, that guy. Yeah. Huh. Good talk, y'all. So indeed. So this is pretty much the thing we're saying. At our conjecture of choices, it seems. Fuck. I guess you pretty much showed up then. Yeah, pretty much. Like before I even got back after the werewolf girl appeared and wait, what happened with that? It's like a whole story, man, involving mostly Vriska. Vriska, you knew her. If you knew her, you'd know that's all I had to say. You'd be like, oh, it's Vriska thing. Okay, forget I asked. She brought you here too, actually. Then jumped her ass into the window to go and do whatever crazy bullshit she thinks needs getting done. Do I have the right screen reach? Okay, good. Thank God. I don't normally read this to people who are like, okay, why is this guy getting this many subs? I don't normally do this. I also need to fix the sub tally thing because for some reason it broke. Why did that break? Built-in commands. Sub. Did it? Yeah, it's showing the wrong sub score. It's subtracting 404 out of it. That's not how many subs we have. 0. Keep it exactly the same as normal. Cool. Alright. Now, sub. There we go. That's right. Yeah, it's a lot better. Rather than like 400. Yeah, we made like 700. Like, y'all gave me 700 something subs yesterday. I think it was 721, if I remember correctly. Which I got to like humble brag with a couple people about. I think we're probably only gonna go for like an hour today. Or maybe like this conversation in a bit, because I'm definitely not at my top game. And maybe I can stream tomorrow. I don't know. I'm sorry. It feels good to stream, you know? I think I need to make I learned everything there is to know about blah as a series too, as a counter series to I don't know anything about. Something along those lines. Alright. Alright, her. Then I guess the stuff in this session is pretty much sorted out, finally? Maybe. We're about to do battle? Seems like it. Oh. Are we ready for that? Kinda. Carcat made some drawings, so are you ready? I guess. I've got like a sword and shit. Cool, me too. Yeah, I know. Mine's not that good. That's too bad. What kind of sword? It's Welsh. I mean, possibly fake Welsh. I'm not that sure. Mine's good. I know. It's Japanese? For real? I don't know. Probably fake Japanese. Fake Japanese. That's kind of like how anime takes place in all some kind of fake Japanese universe. Something like that. That's cool. Tough getting a sword from a place like that. Yeah. Anon, thank you for the gift sub. Is Delta Rune out yet? I think that's tomorrow, right? And is there a stream embargo? Because on the first one there was. Tomorrow at 8 p.m. EST. Okay, so late. Okay. Probably not. That was just for chapter 1. Okay. Can I get a TLDR on Pooh Ball? I got to Tigger in about... Okay, spoilers. I got to Tigger in about 40 minutes to an hour. Somewhere in that region. I then spent the remaining, like, of the 14 hours that I streamed yesterday, not beating Christopher Robin. I spent 13 hours trying to beat a child and failed. To be fair, he is demonically possessed. Wins part 2. We can do it. Someone came up with the idea of a subtractathon where I'm going to stream for 24 hours, but every sub removes a minute off the clock or something. But I don't feel like I can do subathons like every month. I didn't feel too bad about doing it in September because, it's September. Everything's cheaper. 24-hour Chug Chud subtractathon. So when are we supposed to fight? God, I hope soon. Okay, now that little episode seems to be over. Roxy, maybe you can introduce us to your friend for real this time. I think you can come out from under the pillow now. No. A divide-a-thon. Divide the number of subs. You want to do that math on the fly? Because, divide it by the number of subs that are... Why would you do that? What? Okay, so, let's say you had 24 hours. You divided it by the number of subs. So if someone gifts 20 subs, then 1.2 hours would remain. Divided by, let's say someone did another 20 times. Someone could donate 40 subs and I'd just immediately have to stop the stream because it would be 4 minutes that I'd have to stream. It would be very fast. That would be just hey, can we get 40 subs the next 3 minutes? Yeah. So the hilarious Cheshire Cat Rose already pointed out. This is my friend from the dead Callie, and she's super pretty. She was my web friends online for a long time, and Jane's too. Jane you just saw here, but she's alive again and everything. It's so good to see you again. Yes, likewise, Jane. And without your troll Sona, no less. This is your true form, I presume? I think both Roxy and the enthusiastic cat girl are correct. Your natural appearance is quite handsome. Oh, Toasty Vid. Thank you for the subs, my dude. The story is deep. There's a lot happening, and it's very hard to get your head around after a while. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to reply to such remarks. Maybe it's because I can't bring myself to agree no matter how nice it is for you to say so. I hear you. Taking compliments can be kind of hard sometimes. It's if it's a weird subject for you, we can lay off. Callie, you are surrounded by ass kissers. You should allow me to lick your face so I can make an objective determination. Damn it, Terezi. It's the only way we'll know for sure. Though if I'm being honest, you smell pretty ugly from where I'm standing. My God, you're terrible. Please, John, I didn't mean that in an unflattering way. I'm just think having a skull for a head is pretty sick. I think having a skull for a head is pretty sick. If given the choice, I might rock the look myself. But I wouldn't stand for a bunch of cloying weenies sitting around calling me pretty. If that's how people reacted, what would even be the point of looking like a badass skull girl in the first place? So I guess that's your opinion then. Thanks for sharing, Trezzy. Don't listen to her, Callie. She's a weirdo. Can you give me a summary of Homestuck up till now? I've only seen 4 streams. Yeah, no, actually, I figured out the most quintessential point of Homestuck. Let me show you. All right. This isn't comprehensive, but this is a pretty good vibe of how it's been going. So right here in the chart, this is the most important part of the chart, I think. So how Homestuck works. Stupid nonsense scene that means nothing and takes up 10 pages. We're currently on that part. They're just having a conversation about oh, look at this girl. She's pretty. You haven't seen her before, but she seems important. And then it's teen drama because, oh my God, like Dave can't interact with Dirk because Dirk, you know, they don't know each other and they kind of know each other and there was some awkwardness when they were younger, yada, yada. But it turns out this is actually important, that this shit that I'm about to read to you, who knows how? There is no way to know in advance. But it turns out that nonsense was important. And then there's some huge earth-shaking event. And then there's more teen drama as a result. And then it's more stupid fucking nonsense. And it just goes round and round like that. And generally speaking, it's pretty enjoyable. But that's what's been happening. Currently, they're waiting to go and fight the big bad. And so they're having teen drama time. While the big bad's multiple enemies. Because they have multiple main characters, so there can't just be one main bad guy. There's kind of like the penultimate bad guy in Lord English, but everyone else is sort of still a bad guy. You know? It's kind of like a scale, you know? Like, how much of, you know, things are you trying to control? Just like a planet, a universe, reality itself. Who knows? So anyway, regardless of how you feel about yourself, or whatever thing a rude troll might have to say, I think you're very cute. Even though you look a lot like your terrible brother, the fact that you are nice inside makes a huge difference. And I think that even when you're when you're a really good person, deep down, instead of an evil jerk, the skull monster look becomes a lot more charming. Wow, thank you. You met my brother? Yeah, he's garbage. I'm really sorry you had to grow up with him. Me too. I roughed him up a bit, so it's all good now. Ripped his cape up pretty good. He has a cape now? Not anymore? Dude, I fucking saw it doing the cape the other day. Let me describe his fit. Okay. Torn up, but clean jeans. White band shirt. Couldn't figure out what band it was, but it kind of had that, like, white band shirt, like, look. Black cape with red inside bit, right? Long curly hair that was well maintained, that was about shoulder length. Baseball cap. Skateboard. Was he hot? I was trying to drive at the same time, but he did a sick ollie. And that was pretty cool. Austin is just like that. That man is doing something amazing. Who the fuck knows what? But he is definitely, like, there is something going on in his head. He was about some shit. He's on a different level than us. I respect the fucking hustle. Because whatever the fuck he's doing, he's making it work. Because capes do not work on a majority of people. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people want them to come back. But holy shit. It actually looks pretty alright on him. Like, he had a fucking look going. You know? It seemed like a cohesive outfit. It didn't just seem like... Like, it didn't seem like he had a Halloween thing going on and he was wearing a cape. It seemed like he was wearing a cape because it went with the rest of his outfit. You know what I mean? It's not like he was doing, like, a Halloween meme or something. He was going, like, yeah, know what? I'm wearing this hat because I think it looks cool. Does it actually cover that much of the sunlight going to my eyes? Not really. But, oh, fucking holy shit. I'm going to, like, wear a cape and a hat, you know? Do an outfit like that. Someone described my look yesterday, which I don't feel like is not... I don't feel like it's inaccurate. I feel like it's sort of... I'm usually somewhere between, I just lost the kids in the divorce, and I've taken up hard drinking, and I have depression, as my aesthetic, or hot like Disney villain. I'm somewhere in between those two extremes at any given time. Right now, I'm kind of the more like I lost the kids in the divorce look, but sometimes, like, you know, when my hair is done right, I can kind of get that like hot, you know, villain look. Drunk dad is definitely your aesthetic. It's like goblin dad, you know? Dad bod? Not really, no. Anyway, what was I talking about? Disney Tumblr sexy man who lost his kids. Disney villain Tumblr sexy man who lost his kids into the divorce. That's my look, man. That's it right there. I don't really have the Tumblr sexy man thing going, actually. Rev, you're a Tumblr sexy man. I'm not really like lanky enough. Like that's a thing with Tumblr sexy men. Is they're all lanky. Don't hug me, I'm scared. The Onceler. You don't have like really that many like thick boys, you know? Like Junkrat was a Tumblr sexy man because like being a goblin is part of it. So I can see, you know, Jack Frost, lanky. Sans is okay. He's big boned. Sans is big boned. We need a new chart for this. He's also extremely short. Sans is an outlier. Okay? Think about how many times that, like, I don't know. How many times has it been someone, like, Roadhog was not a Tumblr sexy man. Obama is not a Tumblr sexy man. Obama is just a meme. Obama is not... No, you can't say Obama. Obama is not a Tumblr sexy man. He does not meet the aesthetic at all. Okay? Stop saying Obama. Germa, outside of his thick, juicy ass, does fit the Tumblr sexy man. Danny DeVito is a Tumblr... Are people sexually attracted to Danny DeVito, or are they just like... Do they like him as a person? Because I feel that bit, but I'm also straight, so I wouldn't be like... If I were gay, Danny DeVito probably wouldn't be my, like, type. You know what I mean? The man is fuckable, Rev. This is a lesbian speaking. Okay. Okay. But he does not fit the Tumblr sexy man aesthetic. I just disagree on that, man. There's very few people that meet the Tumblr sexy man aesthetic. You know? There's the outliers, like Bill Cipher, like Whitley or Wheatley. Sure. Where they're just like evil orb thing. And they'll redraw them. So that way they're not just orb. I guarantee you if I search like Wheatley Gajinka, I'm not gonna just find like normal fucking art. I'm gonna find some weird shit. And we're gonna see his dick. Okay? I'm not gonna Google it. I'm just saying if I did, that's what I'd find. Vriska is a Tumblr sexy woman. Yes. Unfortunately, this appears to be true facts. I was not aware of this. It might explain some of the emails I've gotten. Keanu Reeves. Okay, so like Goblin to like looks good in a suit. Like those are the lanky, good looking in a suit and Goblin. Those are the two Tumblr sexy man aesthetics, I think. You know? If you're a little bit evil and a little bit campy when you're evil, that's good. Jack Black? What do you mean Beetlejuice? What do you fucking mean Beetlejuice is a Tumblr sexy man? Bowser? Well, Bowser's just hot. Solaire is a Tumblr sexy man? Solaire, you know. I feel it, man. Bowser is a bar, but he's not a Tumblr sexy man. Okay, fair, yeah. Tumblr loves Beetlejuice. How did we get here from capes? Dude, I don't know. Oh, I ripped up his cape pretty good. And then from there, Tumblr sexy men's, I guess. It's just a thing that we talk about. Dad bod, I guess, is... Okay, so it's like dad bod, gremlin, campy villain type. Hold up. All right, this is going on the chart. Fuck it. Hold on. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Lanky. Let's not use that text. Let's use like a normal. Okay. Looks good in a suit. Goblin. Gremlin more. It's more of a gremlin than a goblin thing. Let's see what else is there. Dad bod. Campy villain. What else are we looking for? Suit looks good in a suit is one. Lanky. Maybe just villain, not even campy. Because people are pointing that people are into like real life serial killers, which is okay. Right. Dad vod villain. Is that a thing? All right. We're gonna have to fix this then. It's like a Venn diagram where Lanky and Dad bod don't really connect. Because they're kind of like not the same thing. You can't really have a dad bod and be lanky. A dad bod is sort of the opposite of lanky. Hardcore muscles is not on this list. Just redo it. It would be too much work to redraw it. Amazing graph? Yeah. So, like, Doc Ock is, like, right here. Villain who's got a dad bod that's kind of a gremlin. You see? Surprisingly, this has very little to do with Homestuck. No, it doesn't. Let's see. Vriska is... Oh, fuck. Here? Gamzee is, like, here? Vriska can be there. Gamzee can be right here. Oh, powerful. Right. Shit. Is that just an all-encompassing circle? Like so? I guess it's not necessary. Are there any... Okay, Wheatley... Yeah. Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. So, we can just do... Benry? Benry is powerful. He's powerful and a villain and lanky. So he's here. Just to have a spot for... Like Half-Life VR, Benry? Yeah. Yeah. Like, he's powerful, he's lanky, he's a villain. I don't know if he looks good in a suit or not. I've added space for it. What about Iridan? Here? Is he a goblin or a gremlin too? Like, I don't know if he counts. The Saw puppet? Villain. Fat Albert is apparently a Tumblr sexy man. No. No, he's not. Mr. Infall's where? Is he powerful? Yeah. He's got the ability to make his dick made out of peppermint. Which means that everyone wants to suck his cock. If that's not power, I don't know what is. Well, all these are different variants of the Tumblr sexy man. I should do a tier list of different Tumblr sexy men as a stream. What's a Twitter sexy man? I don't know if that's a thing yet. And if it is, it's something like Dream. Which is an unfortunate statement to say. It's somebody who gets, like, tweeted about a lot. Reddit sexy man is Keanu Reeves, yes. Dream and BTS, yeah. The aesthetic is a lot more, like, straightforward. It's like 20-something guy. Dupe. YouTube sexy man is corpse husband. That guy's voice is fucking unreal. You're a Twitch sexy man? Well, thank you. My point actually was that I do not meet the criteria of being a Tumblr sexy man. I could be better. I'm not totally awake. Where would Medic from TF2 lie? Villain, lanky, looks good in a suit. No, not looks like good in a suit. I don't know if, yeah, I think it's just, yeah. He's campy, that's for sure, yeah. He does look good in a suit. I mean, I can imagine he would. People who've made it this far into this Homestuck series probably fucking get that it's not about Homestuck. It's about Homestuck, but it's not wholly about Homestuck. The PPM. I know. It's going to be bad today. What about Bilbo? I'm on the Sexy Man website again, and Lollipop is just a lollipop woman? Sure, why not? It's about the brain cells that we lost away along the way, yeah. Anyway. He's garbage. I'm really sorry you had to grow with the cape. Hey, look, there it is. Nice. What? The ring. The ring I helped track down through time so Roxy could give it to you. It's cool that it sees it works. Yes, I feel so much more substantial now. You must really be a good friend to her for her to want to bring you back so much. Yeah, she's a really good friend, and as anyone could ever hope for. But then, since you helped, I suppose I owe you as just much gratitude, don't I? It should be nice that that is between her and you, and I'm just a middleman. Okay. Anyway, it was really nice to meet you in person. The person who finally gets to wear the highly touted ghost ring. Probably means that you're very special and end up with it. What do you think you'll do now that you're, with your life now that you're alive and free from your jerky bro? Oh, wow, I hadn't thought about that. The idea is overwhelming, really. Well, don't sweat it. You got a lot of time to figure it out. And that's kind of the point, right? You take a lot of time floundering around figuring out stuff, and the answer will eventually come to you, and you just figure it out. You should just try and have fun. Sure. Here's the sad thing, Twinkmaster. Wasn't sure. No idea. Yo, Troll Grouch. John is nice. Is fucking me up. Is so nice it's fucking me up. I know, it's disgusting. Excuse me, Callie. What happened after I woke up? We were all following a mysterious path. Did you and Jade discover where it led? Yes. I met my other self. So you found her then? Yes, indeed. Or more likely the timing in the furthest ring was right. Perhaps she sensed in some way the entangled past in the darkness. In other words, it feels more as though I was summoned rather than being the one to find her. She seemed tremendously powerful, but also quite frightening. Frightening? My impression was very much to the contrary. Still, while speaking to her, I can't remember ever feeling so nervous. Not even my brother made me feel that way. Her demeanor was so severe and chilling. So unlike mine, I think. Maybe that's why you felt weird? Seeing a version of you that wasn't like you at all? Maybe. So what happened? Not much. My presence there essentially freed her from that place according to the pact that she made with the echidna. She and Jade left and to do what I do not know. And that's when Roxy found me. So you were only there to release her? Are you sure there isn't something important for you to do now that you're alive with us? I doubt it. For one thing, I have virtually no useful abilities. I don't mean to badger you, but I'm wondering how you fit into all this. Getting to wear a one-of-a-kind ring, returning to join a group, about to wage a pivotal battle. That strikes me as a profile of someone who's meant to do something important. What do you think you'll do? Maybe it doesn't have to work that way? What if those are just some facts about her which let her come back to life, but don't have anything to do with anything other than that? Like having to do some huge fancy thing. I would imagine that killing Lord English probably has something to do with this, but I'm a little sketched out by that other version of Kello. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I wonder what sturdy, time-tested narrative construct Jade is about to debunk whenever she wakes up. Maybe she'll just lay waste to the notion of in-ships. Carcat won't be happy about that. Huh? I don't know what stuff you're going on about there, but I don't think that she should feel like she has to do anything that she doesn't want to. Ugh. Yeah, we might be going for like an hour, hour and a half today. Actual possibility. She was the one doing the more important things. How so? She didn't say. That's how it's always is with the alt selves. So cryptic. Hey guys, it's been cool having y'all all meet Callie and such, but do you think she and I could have a moment alone? I got some stuff I want to talk about. Why the hell is the imposter on Sexopedia? Okay. New private window. Sexypedia. Crowd search project. Is this the Tumblr sexy man one? And the imposter is one of them. What? Okay. Wasn't Dave a Tumblr sexy man? Yeah, he fits into the like lanky goblin? Maybe? Maybe he's just lanky. Is Dork another like portion of the circle? White is, yeah. Don't want to be that way, but it seems like that's a consistent theme. Looks good in a suit, yeah. Lanky and looks good in a suit. I feel like that like encircles powerful as well. It's hard to find someone on the, like, outside of Kameda and Sands, probably. Monster fuckers. You know, I gotta say, I've really turned around on horses. What? Horses. You just hate them, remember? Developed a weird superstition about them. About how they're cursed or something. And when they're around, they only lead to bad things happening. Don't you remember how I was going on about that a while ago at the amusement park? Yeah, I guess so. But we've been hanging out around them for a while and everything's been fine. More than fine, actually. So yeah, horses are okay in my book. What do you think, Mina? About what? About what? She's Canadian for a minute. Horses. I think they're kind of dumb and smelly. Be making like fucked up sounds out of their big ass snouts and floppy lips. This is a section that like Hussey didn't want to write. Hussey liking Vriska and Vriska being into horses now. That's weird. Rise and grind, Mr. Freeman. Rise and grind. It's just been stuck in my head, man. Like, ever since that guy was telling everyone about the Sigma male mindset, if you gotta talk about how, like, you're alpha or Sigma or yogurt or whatever the fuck, Ligma, maybe there's something, maybe you have, maybe you're compensating for things, not just your small dick, but other things going on. I'm still stuck on the yogurt male. I think that might have been a meme. It's hard to tell now. The fact that they have to come up with new things just to be able to be more, like, better than alpha male. Because they already sold everyone on, like, the things it takes to become an alpha male. But maybe you're, you know, how do you sell more shit? Once you convince everyone that they're an alpha male because they bought your book, they bought your products, they bought, you know, this weight routine and all that jazz, what do you fucking do? You got to make them, well, alpha male. Those are people who are trying to be cool. What about the Sigma male? Are you actually taking into this new male shit seriously? No. But I take seriously that there are people who take it seriously. Which is the concerning bit. You know what I mean? It's not fucking real, but people treat it as real, which in of itself is a problem and weird. Yeah, don't worry, I haven't gotten to that fucked up level. Like, let me get into like selling you guys on crypto and the grind mindset, and then we'll start getting into like me selling you guys like supplements, and then telling you guys that you need to be alpha males and plimbo males. Sure, yeah. Give me a bit. I need to get around to that first. Ligma male, yeah. A Sugon male. Sure. We'll probably be on to the Ligons and the Sugon males by the time that I go absolutely insane. Can someone please kill crypto so I can get a new graphics card? I don't think that... Can you pull off fishnets? No. But I'm starting to believe that I might be able to pull off tattoos. I thought about it this morning. Now, I am very tired. But I noticed that my scars show through my fuzz, so maybe tattoos would too. It might look okay. Just saying. Have you ever tried fishnets? You know what? No, I haven't. But I don't think they would look good on me, because it just make me look hairier. Who doesn't have scars, man? Yeah, it reminds me of some weird sounds that used to come from my neighbor's hive at weird hours in the night. The fuck? Don't even ask, because I don't know. So enough, and someone was saying that Hussey is in all these frames. I'm looking for the fuck. I don't see him. So enough about stupid animals whose presence have no rational explanation anyway. What do you want to do today? Today? Yeah, there is no today. I know what you mean. With the ambiguous time frame that loosely correlated with the single rotation of a planet. Any ideas? Nah, come on. We can't spend all of our days hanging out in this idyllic, bizarrely piloted cliffscape with all these sinking idiot quadrupeds. We gotta exploring some more bubbles. We explored an awful lot lately. Ain't they all sort of sorted out? And they all sort of... Ain't they all sort of all the same by now? God, what the fuck? I mean, yeah, roughly speaking, I guess. There's arbitrary memory collages, I guess. But there's always something new to see every time. Whose ridiculous memory will we visit next? Like some nutty version of Kanea who becomes god tier in some ludicrous version of our session, or maybe a version of John who never even played the game at all, and maybe he went outside to look for the game and his father's Lussus backed over him with his car. Fatherly Lussus, I see. 5 out of 10 for the ambush. Sure, yeah. It was like a 3 out of 10, but maybe a point up or down because of the ambush. Fair enough. Like Nepeta's ancestor, the deaf one, she's a riot. Plus, she has a fascinatingly dark history, and her memories aren't always, always seem to hint at. Or Eridan's douchier clone. I know you've had a great time whenever you have a chance to own him. What do you say? I don't know. You seem kind of bored. If you're bored, doesn't it make sense to get out and try and have fun? Not really. But why? This doesn't sound fun. Just sounds like the same old shit as always. Exactly like dreams. Dreams. They are dream bubbles after all. Yeah, but I don't. Dreams are also like crazy fantasy ride full of fake shit that makes no sense. A great time in theory, but I guess when you're younger, it's fun. But maybe you even look forward to sleeping to see what the great Mr. Sandclam has in store for you next. But the sweeps and sweeps of dreaming, you get used to it. Why do all the characters in Homestuck sound like they're applying for a job or interview who use randomly long smart people words? This is Andrew Hussey's application to Target. Once we get to the end, and I don't have this confirmed, and don't spoil it for me, but he's got his references, and it says that he's proficient in Microsoft Word and Excel. Oop. I accidentally hit next arrow. Huh. I don't think I've had the same experience, honestly. It sounds like kind of a bummer to look at dreaming that way. I always like dreaming. I mean, unless if they're awful dreams, which is fairly often, but I never really got bored of them. Well, yeah, you're a bit younger than me. I am? I guess so. I never thought about it. Then again, we fuchsia ladies sort of have to get used to being around people younger than us our full lives. Like, much younger. Or at least, that's what I'd have to do if I was alive. I guess you're right about that, too. Pretty fucked up when you think about it, actually. If you were alive, you'd have to deal with existing nearly forever. Almost as fucked up as the fact that you have to exist nearly forever while dead, too. Hey, are you okay? You seem real down. No, I'm cool. Are you sure? Maybe not. Don't matter. What's wrong? Nofin. Oh. You know you can talk to me, right? Yeah. So tell me. I don't know what's wrong. I'd tell you if I knew. Are you depressed? But it sounds like you might actually be depressed about something, or just like in general? I don't know. Damn, Fishka. Hey, it's okay to be depressed. I think because you're dead, that it doesn't necessarily let you off the hook for having psychological problems. I'm pretty sure I already proved that to myself on more than one occasion already. Yeah. So talk to me. Maybe I can help. What's the big deal? I don't wanna... what? I'm not good at it, like, talking about me. That's all you ever talk about. No, I mean, like, in a non-aggrandizing way. Oh. Trolls and higher castes live longer. Sure. Well, I mean, how much of that has to do with, like, getting shot randomly? I'm sorry I'm influencing whatever the fuck is going on here, but I'm afraid I'm going to need that treasure. Okay. Are you okay? Like, I'm a little bit exhausted. And probably a little bit more than I thought I was. Yeah, I mean, it's like, I don't know, like, how much of it is like that? Oh, these actually have like you can't click them, but you can just see things happening. So Vriska and Dead Vriska are having a fight, sure. So you can kind of check in. Was that the same way on the last one? Like, I'm gonna back up. Oh, it apparently was. Oh. It's kind of important. Hold up. Okay, cool. And then he's just like slowly like wandering away. That's cool. I like this. Herman's crying at the door. All right, hold on. That might be an Abby. That sounds more like an Abby, actually. Abby, are you stuck? Are you stuck on the wrong side of the door, Abby? Come in here, Abby. Get in here. Everyone loves you. Are you having a good day? What? What? Okay. Joe Cat? Okay. Hold on. Wow, wow. Yeah, see, that's Abby's accent. Oh, really? Okay. Abby. Come here, Abigail. Come here. Have a pet. You're a sweet girl. I don't know where your brother is. He's not in here. Why? Okay, I'm gonna go back to streaming. Is that okay? Are you making biscuits? See that? Look at her feet. She's a little like prancing spot because she's making little biscuits because she's excited. You're silly. She's a good girl. Let's read like one more. This conversation is probably actually very important. I'm gonna try and pay attention. Abby, Do you wanna help? Do you wanna read some of the lines? Okay. All right, you read Roxy, okay? Okay, that's not what it says here. Your cat. All right. I hope you don't mind I pulled you off to the side like this, away from all the nice pals and the little one rocks and Cal time. Might be greedy as shit. I don't mind at all. I'm still getting used to the concept of in-person socialization at all, let alone with so many people. But yes, you may be greedy, but if so, then so am I for the exact same standard. Fuck yes. Like a couple of friendship burglars picking up each other's pockets, all shifty-eyed and looking out for the cops. But also giggling, I guess, because that's the spirit of the scenario in question. Hehe, yes. I can't believe you're really here. It's hardly seems real. After all these years, and how you were just like a mystery friend online, and then how I was worried how worried I was that I might lose you for good. But now, wow. I know. So you and Jane and Jade were hanging out, yeah? Yes, it was great. We drew and told stories, and I heard you died, so I was holding out some hope that you would show up too. But you did eventually, just not the version of yourself I expected. I never dared to think that you'd bring me this gift. Well, I swore I would, and John kind of double swore he'd help. Damn, this kid is persistent. I like him. He's easy to talk to. Yeah, I've read about him, of course. The reality of someone standing in front of you is quite different than what you read about them in the text. But then, I have no idea how accurate anything I read is anymore. I always believed I was in possession of the text which decoded your futures. I behaved towards all of you in such a sly, knowing manner, avoiding spoilers and such. But probably presumptuous of me in hindsight. I clearly didn't know that much. Certainly didn't read anything about my own involvement. I never could have imagined being here. Add Herman and Abby to the chart. I don't really need to. They don't need to be on the chart. The chart is a cursed place. That was presumptuous of me, though, in hindsight. Oh, yeah. You were still helpful, though. You were still in the force in our lives that gave us hope that we could all get together someday. Going down that road has been crazy, and by no means a smooth ride. I'm losing count of all the times that we looked like everything was about to break or catch fire, or actually did break and catch fire, resulting in loads of dismay. But when you look back, every time things went to shit, there was always something constructive about that turn of events. Something that was necessary for the good outcome to happen at all. So whenever something stupid happens, like some a-hole gets a boneheaded idea to steal a ring and then someone dies horribly, and at the time you think you're going to just curl up and cry into a weepy non-existence, but maybe those aren't even bad realities. Maybe they are more important as... Excuse me? Oh, hi, Herman. Someone was sniffing my hand, and I looked behind me, and Abby was standing on the other side of the room, and I'm like, what the fuck? Maybe those aren't even bad reality. Wait. So whenever something stupid happens, like some a-hole gets a boneheaded idea to steal a ring, and everyone dies horribly, and at the time you think you're just going to curl up and cry into a weepy non-existence, maybe those aren't even bad realities? Maybe they are just as important as any. So are all the experiences that you had with them. So that the experiences of everyone who died, because... you don't get to say your experiences are more important or more significant just because you happen to be someone who survived longer. I guess what I'm saying is I'm grateful that you let me in on this adventure, and in spite of the hardship involved. I just had a little time to think about it in a Firefly nothing space. And I think all of it was good. I'm happy I could play such a role in your lives. I don't know what I deserve much credit for. All these provocative revelations about your journey, though. You are the one who has been on the real adventure. I have barely taken my first steps. I spent all my life in my room, and then every moment in the afterlife cowering in fear. It's only now that true participation is even possible. But even then, I really doubt that I'll have that much to offer. My other self is just released, and I think she's poised to do something much more significant. What do you think she'll do? I have no clue. But she told you to live, right? Yeah. By what she meant to live it up, girl. Like go shopping or something? Or rocket down the highway in a convertible, cash flying out the back? It's not sort of the sentiment I can imagine coming from her under any circumstance, but yes, maybe something in the effect of encouraging me to enjoy my existence as communicated by a more typical and truly social member of my species. Really, what I took from it was that she's the real one with all the power and the relevance now, and I'm the spare, a civilian, in a sense, like in a war. And the only use for civilians from a militaristic mindset are those who live their lives in whatever completely irrelevant way they choose to. They are collateral at stake, and ones who are for the womb are theoretically fought, but whose lifestyles, choices, and happiness and such hold no concern whatsoever to the fight on their behalf. Do I think that Homestuck is a fantastic story? I like it. I wish I could like it more. There's some problems with it that really, fatalistic. I'd say, okay, so to answer the thing that I was answering, which is not what you asked, it's pretty good. It's not the best piece of media I've ever read, but it's deserving of the praise that it gets, for sure. I get it. I get it now after having read it. I understand why people are into it. Let's see. What is fuck. Fatalistic was the question that you asked me. Relating to or characterized as the belief that all events have been predetermined and therefore inevitable. That's a really difficult question. To some degree? I suppose it can't be to some degree. So I guess it's not. Because it seems like some things just don't happen. Like, she literally said just there that, like, she never read in any of the things that she read that she was going to be involved. So, like, either that document was incomplete or just wrong. And if it was wrong, alternatively, it was right and it was just of a different timeline. And because it's a different timeline, they have a different thing. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's deterministic in that each timeline has a certain way that it plays out, but not necessarily, you know, between the timelines getting reset and over again and all the different variants of different people and their interactions with each other, it's really hard to answer that in a simple way. I think so. Sort of. That actually does work. It's complicated. It's not actually... If there was only one timeline, I could say definitively yes. But there's not one timeline. There's multiple timelines, and each one of them is as important as the next. So, I think, sort of is correct. And I don't feel like that's me copping out. I feel like that's a pretty good description of what the fuck is going on here. They are collateral at stake, the ones whom the war is theoretically fought, but whose lifestyle choices and happiness and such have no concern whatsoever for those who are fighting on their behalf. I think this is the mindset of cherubs, of her alignment. As protectors, it is the relationship that they have with those they protect. So it's probably the relationship that she believes she has with me. You make it sound like she's the legit Callie, and you're the afterthought. Like you're the one who's from a funky reality that didn't go right. Technically, her timeline was doomed, and by her predomination alone. So, even so, yes, it does feel as though my reality was the oddity. Cherubs never are supposed to grow up like me. They're exposed to caring people and learning about them. It made me different, unfit to predominate, yet ironically, it was requisite for the timeline success. It was also necessary for you all to begin your journey as well. It seems like an example of what I'm actually trying to say. The story of two Callies. Neither of you is more important. Your timelines really can't be described as a good one or the bad one. There's good and bad things about both ways stuff went down, different qualities to people you became. And her life sounds like it was harsh and lonely in its own way. It sort of paid off because she beat her brother, but then arbitrarily pushed for the outcome because it wasn't supposed to happen. You finally meet her and free her or something, and she presumably goes off to do something badass. And then there's you. You probably had even more challenging upbringing, getting hassled by your bro, and he killed you. And I guess because the way the deck was shuffled, he had the edge this time. But the upshot was that you got to have all these great friends who cared about you and helped you become the nice person you are, which means a lot to other people. And now you get to live whatever kind of life that you want and be completely free from all the crummy stuff that you grew up with. Who knows if you aren't as strong as her and don't have wicked powers that she does or some important mission to do. You both came from a perfectly legitimate realities, and in my honest opinion, you're both equally valuable. And both of those realities seem tied together. God, this is confusing. Is this the Calliope that we've been following this whole time? Like, I don't even know, man. And that doesn't mean that your life was like a means to an end by some cosmic sense. It's more like you are the ends, or one of the ends. And you and me and everyone else who made it, and everyone else who didn't. So that means that you don't have to be able to do a lot of super special shit to validate your identity as the real version of yourself. The only validation you need is being the one who you are, because no one could be that person but you. I skipped a few lines. Did I? Hold up. Gotta read all of it or else none of this matters. Probably more challenging, whatever crummy stuff that you had to deal with. Mysterious badass thing. Your reality was setting the stage for this kind of huge multiversal vortex of problems after a cajillion fucking epoch she was meant to resolve in some way. That doesn't mean that your life was somehow okay, there we go. Did I get it? Was that the line I missed? Is Homestuck pretentious? Pretentious is anything that tries to pretend that it's more important than it actually is. It's a webcomic. It's art on a page. Art in itself is pretentious. Now, we pretend that we actually give a shit about, like, the feelings and emotions as shown through music or art. That is a valid way of communicating. Me explaining this is pretentious. You know? That being said, who gives a shit? A piece of media cannot be pretentious. Actually, no. Can it? Is Lord of the Rings pretentious? It wants you to give a shit about the characters that are in it. It wants you to have emotional reactions to them. It wants you to believe that there's some sort of like moral or like, you know, that the good guy versus bad guy thing is important. I think you could say, yeah, it is. I think any art that takes itself seriously to any degree, I guess, is. Rick and Morty is pretentious. I was going to say it's not, but it definitely takes itself way too seriously. From what I've seen. Part of it is just me trying to point out that pretentious is It's used a lot. Those are very inspiring things to hear, Roxy. I hope you are right. But even so, I would still like to be useful. You can be. You can help me out. How? I know you aren't God tier or anything, but it never really did much to get in touch with your aspect. I don't think you're pretentious, Rev. Well, thank you. I don't think you guys are pretentious either. I know you're not God tier or anything, and you never did much to get in touch with the aspect, but maybe that doesn't matter. You are space, right? I'm using space. That sounds cool. It's cool, I think, especially having seen what it could have been. No, but that potential has to be inside you somewhere. Actually, the one reason I wanted you to be with me here for a while, aside from catch up a bit, what do you need me to do? Nothing really. Just be here with me while I try this. I don't know. I feel like your presence will help me, and nothing else I have, like, and if nothing else, I just like having you here. It make me feel better and trying to focus on this weird little chore. You think my aspect is relevant? Maybe. I think space is related to some abstract way. I can't really put my finger on it. I gotta make an egg, see? But it isn't really just an egg. It's a hella complicated egg in both biological design and everything it represents for a future of entire civilization. Are you Joel Vinesauce? No. I'm RevScarecrow Vinesauce. One of the other fuckers on Vinesauce.com. Joel is Swedish. And I'm not. I am Texan. I eat chips for dinner. You're good, my dude. Go to Vinesauce.com. There should be a link to Yoel's channel. You're looking for Varg Skeletor. Why am I not Yoel? Well, that's a long question. Mostly to do with biology. In that Yoel's parents aren't mine. And that's one of the things that makes Yoel Yoel. He's also Swedish. Why are you Texan? You can't just ask someone why they're Texan. It's fucked up, man. Why is it your name Yoel? Because my family is Scots-Irish, and so they went with a Scots-Irish name. Like most Americans. Does Yoel also have siblings who are also Yoel? I have no fucking clue. Maybe. Maybe this is just the Yoel that, like, you know, got around to doing shit. I don't have the genetic or chemical molecular blueprints for anything. I just have to figure it out using, like, thoughts and ideas. Ideas that are really basic and live in the primordial sort of quasi-consciousness. So I have to build the idea of this egg in some way before I do anything, which means I have to grasp its reality and what it represents. It's a funky little construct of biological propagation. I think it intersects with the nature of space, or at least as we have come to understand it. The propagation of space is really just some profound cosmic feat of reproduction. That is literally a biological process, right? Pretty much. So to make an egg as a rogue void, what I'm really doing here is kind of insane. You yourself told me once how I'd be able to do this crazy shit. Why are you human? Well, evolution just kind of worked out that way, man. And if I wasn't human, I'd be like a dog or something. If I was a dog, I wouldn't be able to read. If I wasn't able to read, I wouldn't have been able to read 960 or 9,694 other pages of Homestuck. And therefore, none of you guys would be here. I would just be some guy's dog. Or whatever. So there's that. Why are you a dancer? I'm not. I don't like dancing. I think the premise of me existing here having this conversation with you only can exist in the idea that I am human. So your question on why am I human means nothing. Who best... Okay, I'm already following you. 3 Vinesauce. Who's best Vinesauce? Not to be an egomaniac, but me? I would assume that's something of an opinion that you would have to make yourself. You should try watching all of us and figure out what you like. You yourself told me once how I'd be able to do this crazy shit. I did. I'll be like probing nothingness for an idea, a pretty complicated idea in this case, and pulling that idea from unreality. So maybe if I'm right and the closer connection with the nature of space will help me locate that idea, it's almost like standing up to an antenna and boosting the signal with that idea. And then maybe there's a chance it'll be better. But hey, even if not, there's just a chance to have a friend nearby while you try to do something really hard. That's sweet. Hey Vsauce, Michael here. God, that fucking breakdown yesterday. Hey guys, I'm actually dead, it turns out. I've checked my pulse and I don't feel anything. I maybe just can't find my pulse, but I think I'm dead. So there's that. Yeah. I'm gonna go call stream there. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I didn't see any art. I just checked. I should always say that I check, even if there isn't anything. I'm gonna leave you with this thought. Rise and grind, Mr. Freeman. Rise and grind.